Have you ever wondered if there are subtle signs that an elderly loved one is nearing the end of their life? What if you could spot them before it's too late? It's a thought we don't often like to consider, but recognizing the warning signs early on can make all the difference in providing the best care and support during a difficult time. In this video, we'll discuss 5 key signs that may indicate an elderly person is in their final year, from physical changes to shifts in behavior. Now, it's important to remember that these signs aren't guarantees, but they do serve as important indicators that something might be changing. By paying attention to these signals, you'll be able to respond with the compassion and attention your loved one needs during this stage of life. Sign 1. Drastic changes in physical appearance. One of the first signs that an elderly person may be nearing the end of their life is noticeable changes in their physical appearance. These can manifest in a variety of ways, and while they're not always alarming on their own, together they can point to a deeper issue. Let's look at a few key physical changes you should be aware of. First, sudden weight loss or gain is a major red flag. If your loved one is rapidly losing weight without any significant change in diet or exercise, it could indicate a variety of issues, such as malnutrition, a weakening digestive system, or even underlying medical conditions like cancer or chronic illness. On the other hand, unexplained weight gain can also be a concern, particularly if it's due to fluid retention, which is common in conditions like heart failure or kidney disease. Either way, sudden fluctuations in weight often signal that something in the body isn't functioning as it should be. Next, you might notice a pale or ashen skin tone. The skin can begin to lose its healthy color due to reduced circulation, which is often a result of a decline in overall health. If the blood isn't circulating properly, it can lead to a lack of oxygen reaching the skin, causing it to appear pale, dull, or even a bit gray. This change can also be a sign of anemia, a common issue in the elderly, or even a more serious condition like a heart problem. Along with changes in color, dry, brittle hair and skin are common in the final years of life. Aging skin naturally loses moisture and elasticity, but when combined with a lack of proper nutrition or hydration, it can become cracked, flaky, and weak. Similarly, hair might start thinning or become more fragile, making it more prone to breakage. This deterioration is often a reflection of the body's reduced ability to regenerate and heal itself as it once did. Lastly, one of the most noticeable changes is a sudden lack of energy or chronic fatigue. If your loved one seems unusually tired all the time, even after rest, it's something to take seriously. A decrease in energy could be linked to a range of factors, from the body's slowing metabolism to underlying health conditions like heart failure, diabetes, or even depression. Fatigue can also be a result of the body simply beginning to wind down as it nears the end of its life cycle. These physical changes happen for several reasons. As the body ages, its systems begin to function less efficiently, and its ability to heal itself diminishes. Nutritional deficiencies, poor circulation, and declining organ function all contribute to these visible signs. While not every change in physical appearance is a sure sign that death is imminent, when these signs appear together, they can be an important clue that something has shifted in the body's overall health, and it may be time to seek medical advice or adjust care plans. Sign 2. Decreased mobility or difficulty moving. Another significant sign that an elderly person may be in their final year is a noticeable decrease in mobility or difficulty moving around. This can include struggles with basic movements like walking, standing up, or even getting out of bed. If your loved one is suddenly having trouble with tasks they once did with ease, it's a warning sign that shouldn't be ignored. One of the most common signs is a noticeable slowdown in movement. For example, if getting out of a chair or bed now takes them much longer, or if they're relying more heavily on others to help with basic activities, it could indicate muscle weakness or a decline in physical strength. It might even become hard for them to complete simple daily tasks like dressing, brushing their teeth, or moving from one room to another without assistance. These changes can stem from a variety of factors, including the natural aging process, loss of muscle mass, or worsening joint issues like arthritis. Increased falls or instability while walking are also major indicators of declining mobility. If your loved one is falling more often or has a sense of unsteadiness when standing, it could be due to a number of underlying causes. Weakness in the muscles and joints, along with a lack of balance, can make them more prone to trips and falls, which can be dangerous, especially if they're already frail. Falls may also be linked to conditions like vertigo, neurological disorders, or a weakened cardiovascular system, all of which affect a person's ability to move safely and confidently. Possible causes for these changes include weakness in the muscles due to lack of exercise or aging, arthritis, which causes painful joints and stiffness, or muscle loss due to malnutrition or chronic illness. More serious medical conditions like Parkinson's disease, stroke, or heart problems can also affect mobility and stability. In these cases, the decline in movement may be accompanied by other symptoms like tremors, dizziness, or shortness of breath. Why does this matter so much? Mobility is one of the strongest indicators of overall health. When a person begins to lose the ability to move easily, it not only points to potential physical decline, but can also be a sign of declining independence, which can lead to a greater risk of complications. Decreased mobility may make it harder for your loved one to engage in social activities, maintain their daily routines, and live independently, all of which contribute to their emotional and physical well-being. It's essential to keep a close eye on these changes and work with healthcare providers to understand the underlying causes and address any treatment options available. Sign number 3. Significant cognitive decline. A third important sign that an elderly person may be in their final year is significant cognitive decline. This can show up in various ways, but the most noticeable changes are in memory and awareness. For example, if your loved one starts forgetting names, dates, or even familiar places they visited many times, it could indicate that something is happening within their brain. These lapses in memory can be unsettling for both the person experiencing them and their loved ones. Another common sign is disorientation or confusion about their surroundings. This might include getting lost in familiar places, being unsure of the day or time, or not recognizing family members. For someone who once had a sharp memory, these shifts can be concerning and frustrating. Disorientation can also occur when the brain is struggling to process information correctly, often due to damage or decline in cognitive function. This confusion could happen in familiar settings like their home, leading to a sense of fear or anxiety, especially if they begin to feel like they can't trust their own memory. In addition to this, a person with significant cognitive decline may struggle to recall recent events. This means they might not remember what they had for lunch, what they did that day, or even conversations they've had with family members. These lapses in short-term memory can be especially telling. While occasional forgetfulness is normal as people age, severe forgetfulness that disrupts daily life or relationships is a clear red flag. Conditions like dementia and Alzheimer's disease are often the root causes of this kind of cognitive decline. Alzheimer's disease, a form of dementia, involves the gradual breakdown of memory, thinking, and reasoning skills. It's one of the most common conditions affecting the elderly, and it often starts with mild memory loss, which progresses over time. These conditions are linked to the natural aging process, in the sense that the brain's cells deteriorate with age, but they can also be influenced by genetic factors, lifestyle choices, and other health conditions. While it's important to recognize these signs, it's also important to keep in mind that cognitive decline doesn't always mean the end is near. However, when significant cognitive changes occur in combination with other signs, such as physical decline or increased fatigue, it can point to a more serious issue that needs attention. It's essential to seek professional medical advice to determine whether these changes are part of normal aging or a sign of a more serious condition like dementia or Alzheimer's disease. Proper diagnosis and early intervention can help manage symptoms and improve quality of life, making it easier to provide the support your loved one needs during this stage. Sign number 4. Withdrawal from social activities. Another significant sign that an elderly person may be in their final year is a noticeable withdrawal from social activities. If your loved one has always enjoyed family gatherings, social events, or hobbies, but suddenly begins to avoid them, this could be a subtle yet important indicator of a deeper issue. Isolation can happen gradually, starting with skipping an occasional gathering, but eventually leading to them turning down invitations, or even becoming withdrawn at home. This change is particularly concerning if they once thrived in social settings, but now seem uninterested or tired of participating in activities they used to love. Increased isolation often signals emotional exhaustion, or in some cases, depression. As we age, it's not uncommon for elderly individuals to experience feelings of sadness or a sense of loss, especially as they begin to confront their own mortality, or as they experience physical changes that limit their independence. Depression in the elderly can manifest as irritability, fatigue, and most notably, a desire to withdraw from family and friends. It's important to recognize that isolation isn't always a sign that someone is just becoming more introverted. It can be a cry for help or a symptom of emotional distress. The impact of loneliness during this stage of life can be profound. Research shows that prolonged loneliness and social isolation have strong links to both physical and mental health decline. Lonely individuals are more likely to experience higher levels of stress, which can negatively affect their cardiovascular health, immune system, and overall well-being. Social isolation also exacerbates feelings of sadness, anxiety, and depression, which can further contribute to cognitive decline and physical frailty. So, when an elderly loved one starts withdrawing from social interactions, it's not just about a change in behavior. It can directly impact their health and quality of life. For caregivers, this phase can be challenging, but it's crucial to engage with your loved one and offer support during this time. Even if they express a desire to be alone, it's important to gently encourage social interaction in ways that feel comfortable for them. Sometimes simply sitting with them, talking, or doing a favorite activity together can make a world of difference. Being present, showing empathy, and providing reassurance can help alleviate some of the emotional burden they may be carrying. Additionally, consider reaching out to support groups or mental health professionals who can help both you and your loved one cope with these emotional shifts. Encouraging socialization, even in small doses, can improve their mental outlook and help keep them connected to the world around them, preventing the harmful effects of prolonged isolation. Sign number 5. Changes in sleep patterns. One of the more subtle yet significant signs that an elderly person may be in their final year is changes in their sleep patterns. If you notice that your loved one is sleeping much more or much less than usual, it could indicate a shift in their overall health. For instance, sleeping for long stretches during the day or suddenly needing more hours of rest could be a sign that their body is starting to slow down. Conversely, if they're struggling to sleep at night, waking up frequently, or finding it difficult to fall or stay asleep, it's a clear signal that something isn't quite right. Sleep disturbances in the elderly can manifest in various ways. Many older adults experience fragmented sleep, waking up multiple times throughout the night, which can be a result of physical discomfort, medication side effects, or mental health issues. For example, conditions like arthritis or heart problems may cause pain or shortness of breath, making it harder for them to rest through the night. Similarly, cognitive issues such as dementia or Alzheimer's disease can cause confusion, leading to frequent waking or difficulty recognizing when it's time to sleep. In some cases, elderly individuals may become more restless at night due to anxiety, depression, or the disorientation that comes with aging. Sleep patterns are closely tied to internal health and are often reflective of the body's natural rhythms slowing down as we age. As we get older, our circadian rhythms, or internal body clocks, change. This can lead to earlier waking times, less deep sleep, and more frequent nighttime awakenings. While some sleep disturbances are simply part of the aging process, drastic changes in sleep habits, such as prolonged insomnia or excessive daytime sleepiness, could signal that the body is entering the final stages of life. As the body begins to shut down, sleep cycles may become more erratic, and the elderly person might start to sleep for longer periods, signaling that their body is preparing for the end. The link between sleep disturbances and end-of-life stages is also something worth noting. In many cases, as a person nears the end of their life, their sleep patterns change in a way that reflects the natural process of the body winding down. They may experience an increased need for sleep, or conversely, they may have trouble sleeping at all, reflecting the inner turmoil of the body's physical and emotional state. While not every sleep change means the end is near, it's important to monitor these changes closely, as they can provide crucial clues to your loved one's health. If you notice consistent disruptions in their sleep, it's a good idea to consult a doctor to address any underlying health issues or to ensure that they are comfortable and well supported during this time. Conclusion. In conclusion, recognizing these 5 signs, drastic physical changes, decreased mobility, cognitive decline, withdrawal from social activities, and changes in sleep patterns, can help you provide better care and support for an elderly loved one. While these signs don't guarantee that someone is nearing the end, they are important indicators that something may be changing. By staying aware and responsive, you can ensure that your loved one receives the attention and comfort they need. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave a comment below. Let us know if you've noticed any of these signs with a simple 9 or 0 to share your thoughts. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.